Peace. It's Josh Waters. This is my podcast, The HR Department, a safe space where we explore and assess the human experience with the intent of creating balance between mind, body, and spirit, ultimately bringing us into a world of harmonious resonance within ourselves and the world around us. The reason why I created this podcast, some of you may know me as an artist, and some of y'all might be finding me for the first time with this show, right? I'm a singer and a songwriter, and I wanted to find a more creative and a more intimate way to connect with people, whether they were already a part of my audience and just wanted to kind of carve out a new space to live and exist in. And so I decided to go this route. I think as an artist, as a singer and a songwriter, I put so much of myself into my music, but when you're talking about making a good song, sometimes metaphors can overshadow the simplicity and the truth of my experience. And so I felt like what better way than sitting right here on the camera, talking to you, looking at you in your face, and getting close to you and me getting close to y'all. So here we go. This first episode is entitled Road to Bliss. And I want to share how I got to this space or how I embarked on my road to bliss, right? So, like I stated, I'm a singer and a songwriter. Some of you may or may not know, but I used to be signed to a production label. One of, at the time, in my opinion, one of the greatest production labels in Atlanta at this time, in its era. Big shout out to those that were involved in my process, in my career. I went through artist development. I was signed to a producer. There were so many producers around me. I had a vocal coach. I had a trainer. Everything that an independent artist could potentially want for themselves, I had access to it. And so one would ask me, so why are we speaking in terms of like the past, like you don't have it anymore? Well, no slight to these people. They were all amazing and we were much like family, but I got to a point to where I started to feel like I wasn't fully honoring my call. Got to a point where I felt like I wasn't fully being authentic. And so I'm not the most proud of the way that I left, but I got to a point where I was like, look, if I don't leave right now, I think there'll be a price for me to pay down the line. And I don't want to find out about that. You dig what I'm saying? So I made a decision to leave. With that process, instantly, the day that everything came to an end, I was faced with the harsh reality of like, yo, them 4 years, them 5 years you was here, you missed out on a part of life that my peers were embarked on already, bro, which is adulting. I wasn't having to pay my bills. They were doing it for me. All I had to do was make sure I was ready, make sure I was on in the event that we ever got the call to be able to present myself in some artistic fashion. And now I did that like it was nobody's business, but how am I gonna get this rent money now? I had to figure that out, man. So it took me messing up some money. It took me messing up some opportunities for me to get to this point, man. And so, make a very, very long story short, I was in a relationship at the time of this transition, and I was dating this very spiritually inclined and intuitive young lady, and she had this holistic and wellness coach, and she also was an artist, and I was able to see how having that coach played such a significant role in her self-awareness and her balance within herself. And just being 100, she would often suggest like, yo, I think you need to get you one too. And I'd be 100, I don't want to give all of the credit to her, just saying, credit given where it's due. But some of this, man, when I was in high school, I was fortunate enough to have a holistic teacher who kind of put me on or made me aware of the possibilities of have this type of coaching within my life. But I think I allowed something, I guess fear ultimately, to stop me from fully embarking on that. So boom, long story short, I'm at the point now to where I have no label. Everything that was once normal and felt so familiar in my life, it all had just changed in the blink of an eye because of a decision that I made. So I knew I didn't want to quit music, but I knew I wanted my approach to music to be more of a holistic one, of a more, I wanted to step into the space of wellness. So boom, I prayed for a coach, for guidance, ended up meeting who is now my coach, Asset Healing. We've been working together for a little over a year now. And she gifted me with the opportunity to heal myself. I wouldn't dare say she healed me or any of those things. And she would say the same. She prided herself on making sure that we knew all I'm doing is giving you the resources, you're doing the work. So my road to bliss, bro, it started with me being vulnerable. It started with me being honest. It started with me facing myself in ways that I think without the assistance of my coach, I don't know that I would have been able to do it by myself. So man, I started doing breath work, meditation, tai chi, qigong, all of these different things, and not so much as band-aids, but what they allowed me to do was really get down to the root and the source of certain things that I wasn't the most pleased within myself about myself, if that makes any sense at all. And so, yeah, a year later, here we are. I'm finally ready to get back into the music space. And so today, this podcast, this episode is my first attempt before giving you any music to connect with you. And this story, I guess essentially is my role so far to Bliss. Before I get out of here, I'm gonna leave y'all with a couple wellness tips, all right? And mindfulness tips, I guess. Same thing. One thing that you can do, reconnect with nature, man. I think it's so easy for us to get lost in the sauce of being human, of survival, paying bills, taking care of ourselves, taking care of others, that we forget the importance of, like, the simplicity. Go outside, touch the grass, get you some sunlight. That's one tip. Another one I would suggest, I would say journaling. If you don't have a notebook, grab you one. And if you can't afford a notebook right now, I know you got a phone or a computer because you're watching this right now. That device has a notes application somewhere. Open it up, man, and open your heart in that space freely and vulnerably. Seek coaching. If you're looking for like life coaching, or if you've never had it, I'll leave links in the description. My manager, he's a life coach. I'll leave the link to my coach, both of them. I have two coaches, male and female, to kind of give me a sense of balance as far as divine masculine and divine feminine. But again, I'll leave their links below down here. I also would say find creative outlets. This podcast is a creative outlet for me, and for those creatives that are watching this and you want to know and meet the guys who helped me put this together, I'll have links to that information below as well. Do things that fuel your essence, that fuel your spirit, that fuel your being, and surround yourself with people that truly love you, like the real you. Yeah, I think that'll do you some good. Again, my name is Josh Waters. Outside of this platform here, y'all can find me on all social media platforms at Josh Waters Music. Depending on what day it is and how I'm feeling, I might or might not follow you back, man. But thank you for making it this far. I got new music out. Do me a favor, do you a favor, go listen to it. Come back and let me know what you think about it. Y'all have a blessed one, man.